Hello. Hi. I realized I forgot to put the YouTube chat link in there, so I'm gonna quickly do that. Okay, that's better. Hi. You hate me, man. While I was preparing for this stream, I was in a call with my friends, and that was one of the participants. And he's being really, really mean to me. How could you leave us? Oh, please. Well, hi. Welcome to Tales and Teacups, our very, very first ever meeting. Very exciting. I put this together very last minute, and I feel bad because I've been hyping it up. But we're gonna get through it together. And with the next streams, it's gonna be more polished. But before we properly begin reading our first visual novel, just gonna alert today due to being at the family function. It's okay. You are fine. I feel like there doesn't really have to be like a lot of audience participation for this, just as long as everyone gets like the general like gist on like how this is gonna work. But also it's a pretty like simple concept, so I feel like it'll be fine. Okay, so I put together a small PowerPoint for you guys. I plan to do this with every new visual novel that we read. So this is our very first one, so this is just gonna have some rules. We're gonna talk about our first visual novel we're going to read, and then we're gonna get straight into reading. So, here's our first slide. We have our logo, Tales and Teacups. It says Fawn's Visual Novel Book Club. This is our first day, so our very first meeting. So this is our intro, and then we begin reading. Once again, the logo was custom made by my friend Lace Lavi. He also drew the amazing art as well. This is some like pieces from the like main graphic that he made. If you go to my Twitter, there's proper credits there. I'm also going to fix the description so Chepe can be properly credited. But yes, all of that was drawn by Chippy, like all of it. So yes. Alright, so here is the original graphic. It says, Tales and Teacups is a weekly club that meets every Sunday on Fawn Fableheart stream to discuss and play visual novels together as a community. We'll mostly be looking at safer work visual novels and may discuss others too. So that specific part at the end is very important because I mostly wanted to make this visual novel book club so I can hold myself accountable to read more things that aren't eroge. A lot of the stuff that I read, I wish I could stream in some sort of book club on YouTube, but I can't because it has not safe for work content. So there are plenty of safe for work visual novels that I know of that I just never gave the time of day to, and that makes me feel like a LARPer and a faker. So I want to use this book club as a way to not only introduce people who have lesser visual novel knowledge than I do, but also broaden my horizons aside from reading things that are not safe for work. Yeah, and this is the full graphic that Chippy did, and it looks freaking amazing. I literally cried when I saw it the first time. So beautiful. Alright, so here are some rules on how this is going to work. In my heart of hearts, everyone kind of goes into each visual novel with the assumption that they've never read it before. So even if you did, please don't come into the chat and be like, oh yeah, I can't wait until this character like freaking explodes and stuff. Like that's no bueno. So no spoilers, please. If you speculate, that is absolutely okay. If it happens to be accurate, I'm not really gonna get upset at you or anything. I feel like, if anything, it'll be like, oh shit, this person in chat like speculated that, and that's cool. Because I'm also that type of person where I feel like I am consuming a piece of media and I say a certain thing about it, and then I end up like being correct. I don't know. because pattern recognition is cool in media. No backseating on choices unless I ask. I don't really want to know about a certain choice on whether or not it's gonna like take me to a good ending or a bad ending. But I feel like, knowing me, if I'm like truly like unsure on what to do, I will definitely ask. Yeah, so if I'm having trouble on that and I want to decide together like as a collective, then I'll ask, but otherwise I'll just leave it up to my own choice. Each meeting will be about 2 hours long, so I plan for 10-minute chat before and after reading, mostly because I like talking about like the speculation. I feel like the introduction right now is kind of like the 10-minute chat before, and then maybe after we read, we could talk about what we think is gonna happen next, or we can reflect on the next time, and then like it's a cycle. Yeah. And then we have an hour and 40 minutes of reading time in parentheses, so I don't explode, end parentheses, and that is because I have trouble streaming for longer than 2 hours, so I'm just going to give myself the 2-hour mark because my brain hurts. So yeah, so it's gonna be like about an hour and 40 minutes for each visual novel. We do not start a new visual novel until we complete at least the main story. So with the first one that we are going to read, we are going to at least complete the main story. Kind of spoilers for what this one is going to be. I believe the main story is about like at least 30 hours. So if it's like 2 hours, it'll be I could do math. I'm really, really smart. 30 divided by 2, that would be about like 15 sessions, but it's fine. It'll be like weekly, so like 15 weeks. Yeah. So those are rules, introduction, all that stuff. Pretty simple stuff. So we're going to get into our first visual novel for Tales and Teacups, which is drumroll. We are going to begin with Steins Gate 0. Yay! I know of Steins Gate. I know there's a cute girl and her name is Tucharu. Otherwise, I don't know anything else. Oh, also, I know there's like a baddie. You see the girl next to the Tucharu girl in the background? She's a baddie. So, let's see. This is something I've never read before. Me and when the gate is Steins. Yeah! I don't know anything about Steins Gate, so this is going to be my very first time experiencing it as well. I'm glad there's somebody in the chat who also is like just learning about it for the first time as well. This will be cool. Alright, so since there are some people who don't know about Steins Gate, including me, I put a little slide, which is our last slide. It's general information about Steins Gate. So, Steins Gate 0, created in 2015, or distributed in 2015, I suppose, is the first visual novel in the Steins Gate series developed by 5PB. The story follows an alternate version of the story, where the main character gives up on changing the past and tries to move on, until new technology and events slowly pull him back into the consequences of time travel. So, I tried to take the synopsis and make it as vague as possible while still like keeping the general idea of like what the plot could be in this thing here. So now we know that it's about time travel. This looks like it's an alternate story, so I suppose it's not the first, but I've read places that where Steins Gate 0 is a good place to start. So yeah. As I mentioned before, oh, it looks like it's shorter. Okay, so our main story is about 14 to 20 hours long, so that would be about 10 meetings to finish this if we do main story. Including the sides, it's about 30 to 40 hours. We'll see how we are after the main story, and then completionist is 40 plus hours. I put these numbers here just for information, I guess, but I feel like at most, it'll probably be main story that we will do. So, yeah, that is all our information. We are going to move on and read. If I will show up. Oh, I'm so tiny. Why am I so tiny? Okay, hold on. I'm so small. Okay, hello. Alright. Let's boot up Steins Gate. Here we go. Oh, if anybody is wondering why there's like this thing on top of me, it's because if you were there during my Ermine stream, oh, here it is. Okay, during my Ermine stream, the winner of the Kahoot was Aquadile, and he wanted me to put this on stream. So that was his reward for winning the Kahoot. Ah! Alright, I guess we're starting already. Also done with dinner, so my full attention is not on stream. Yay! Oh, what? Oh, shit. Okay. This is pretty piano. There's the baddie and Steins Gate, I guess. Wow. Oh, there's the baddie again. She's so pretty. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck. Alright. Alright. Ah, it's so loud. Ouchie. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Oh, so here's all of our characters, it looks like. We have Rintaro, Mayuri, Itaru, Kurisu, Moeka, Luca. We're gonna meet all these cool people. Oh god, so loud. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this. Is this okay? Movie volume? Let's turn this up a little bit. Okay. Sounds great for me? Okay, great. I hope it's not a red flag that I put like my message speed like super fast. I'm crazy like that. Okay. Tips information. Click autosave. That'd be cool. Window. Skip release at trigger. What the heck does that mean? I guess we'll figure that out. Alright, we're gonna keep this for now. Oh. How do I get out of here? Hello? Backspace? Oh, there it goes. Okay, well, I'm stupid. I need my text speed instant or else I'll lose my mind. Yes, I feel the exact same way. Alright. Let's get it. Let's hack into the gate, as they say. What the fuck? What is happening? What the fuck? What? Wow, we're just going like straight into it, aren't we? Wow, set in 2010. Ah! Oh, fuck me. Shit. The hatch opened. I guess her gate got tied or something. I don't know. Bright light flooded my eyes. This really was our Steins Gate. Yep, it's over. That's it. Where was I? My eyes narrowed. Minor spelling mistake. I could barely make out the summer's twilight sky. I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to disappear. But someone grabbed my arm and dragged me out. Oh. No way. What the fuck? Is this... Wait, is this the beginning? What the fuck is happening? What? I've never opened this game ever. What is going on? Hi, Evelia. Welcome. Okari? I think she's voiced by Kana Hanazawa. Fun fact. That's also the voice actress of Ayaka from Fate Strange Fake. Wouldn't it be hilarious if we're playing a secret? I don't think I am. I really don't think I am. I feel like this is the beginning. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to read this one last? Oh god, I think I'm supposed to play another one first. No! Oh shit! Oh fuck. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Guys, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's fine, it's fine. It's cool, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, it's fine. Oh my god, no! Oh no! Oh, my worst nightmare is happening right now. A sequel, prequel. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, prequel is fine. Prequel is better than like just a sequel, right? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Who needs it's fine. It's fine, guys. What? It's fine. We'll figure it out together. Okay, anyway. I didn't have the energy to respond to my own nickname. I fell to the ground and wrapped my arms around myself. Okari! I just realized we probably got like a really big spoiler 2 seconds ago then. My Yuri ran to me and looked down, her face worried. But her kindness felt like nothing but a nuisance. Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. I'm over this guy already. Oh, she's cute. Please. Wait, dad? He's a dad? Daru ran to the door that led back inside the building. Okarin, 大丈夫? しっかりして。死なないで。大丈夫。怪我してるわけじゃないよ。Stop it. Oh, just get away from me. Leave me alone. I couldn't save her. In fact, I killed her myself. Right there, 3 weeks ago. I killed her! I'm a murderer!
無駄だったんだ。
Oh, wow.
何をやっても無駄だ。全部決まってしまっていることなんだよ。
Holy fuck.
同じだ。マユレの時と同じなんだ。
What the fuck is happening?
どれだけもがいたって結果は同じになる。
No matter how many times I try, it will all converge back to the same result. Chat, can we fix him? I don't know. The process doesn't matter. I can fix it. Whether you time travel or time leap, you can't go back and change the results of the past. I thought I understood that cruel truth. But now, I was forced to realize it again, and in the worst possible way.
無駄だよ。無駄なんだ。何もかも無駄なんだよ。
Man, why are you yelling at me? You time traveled, bro.
俺はやっぱりクリスを助けられないんだ。
Dog?
分かってた。分かってたんだ。こうなるって予想してたんだ。
What the fuck?
もう疲れた。ずっと休んでないんだ。だからもういいよ。
What is going on? They're all just staring at him. He just needs the appy juice. He needs more than appy juice. He's got a bad case of the crazy. Oh. Oh. Okay.
おかりん、一体何が。
When does she say Tutoru?
俺が殺した。殺してしまった。バカみたいだ。全部俺のせいだ。
That happens in the
ナチセ
first
クリ
game.
スをさ、
He kills somebody.
刺し殺しちゃったんだ。殺した？
He should just go back in time.
そんな。でも安心して。まだもう一回分タイムトラベルはできる。
Oh, okay, so it turns out that they have limited time to go back in time. Or limited chances to go back in time is a better word to say.
ほっといてくれ。俺のことなんか何度やったって結果は同じだ。
何言ってんの？諦めるつもり？オカリンおじさんの肩には何十億っていう人の命がかかってるんだよ。
Uncle.
たった一回の失敗が何だって言うんだ。
クリスはどうやったって助けられない。
World line.
世界線の収束には逆らえない。
World line coverage. That's the reality of this world. I learned that a long time ago.
こうなったらビンタしてでも気合い入れ直して。
Oh shit.
ダメだよ。
Hi,
それ
Aquadile.
は良くないよ。
We're playing Steins Gate Zero for our first meeting. And I put your thing on top of me. Do you see it? I remembered this time. Yippee!
こんなボロボロになってるオカリン見てられないもん。でもさ、このままじゃ未来を変えられない。どうして未来のことをオカリン一人に押し付けるの？そんなの重すぎるよ。オカリンおじさんには世界の観測者としての能力があるからだよ。
An observer of the world.
オカリンが望んだわけじゃないのに、それにもう一度やったってまたオカリンが傷つくだけだって思うな。未来のことを人一人で変えようなんてきっと無理なんだよ。
True.
だから
Unless
そ
you're
のため
Madoka
のシュタインズゲ
Kaname.
ートで。
Oh wait, there is a Steins Gate.
気持ちはわかるよ。でもさ、私も未来をかけてここまで来てるんだよね。どっちにしろ
They said the thing.
2036年には戻れないんだ。そう簡単に
2036.
諦めるつもりはないから。
2036 is only a decade away. When this came out, that was like 26 years into the future. Cause like this, yeah, like 20 years into the future because this came out in 2015, right? We are closer to 2036 than we are fucking 2015, dog. Well, actually, no. Hold on. No. It's the same distance. To 2010. That's crazy.
オカリンおじさん、一つだけ忠告しとく。このタイムマシンに残されてる燃料は有限なの。
Finite amount of fuel.
さっきは往復2回分しか残ってないって言ったけど、実はまだそれなりに余裕はある。それでも移動できる時間はおよそ344日分。
Oh shit.
片道のタイムトラベルだとしても、今から1年と経たないうちに7月28日には届かなくなる。
July 28th.
覚えといて。その日になったらさ、私はたとえ一人でも飛ぶよ。
I wonder what happened on July 28th. Is July 28th today? In the game? Someone was saying something to me, but I couldn't understand the words. I didn't want to listen to anything. I just wanted to sleep. Just let this all end. Just let me go.
おか
Aww.
りおかりねえおかり
Tutoru, you're so cute.
もう頑張らなくてもいいからね。泣いてもいいんだよおかり。
Aw. It's
あゆ
cute.
しいはそばにいるからね
This is so
お
cute.
かり。
I don't know if my Yuri's words were the reason why, but the tears started to flow. I decided to forget everything. Future Gadget Laboratory. Ever since that day, I stopped going to the Future Gadget Lab. We're gonna have to read up on all this stuff. Audio? Maybe? Oh. November 23rd, 2010. Oh, hell yes! UPX, the new symbol of Akihabara, was located right in front of the station. In the hall on the 4th floor, preparations had been going on all morning for the ATF Akihabara Tokyo Forum Convention. Universities and labs from both inside and outside the country would work together to put on special seminars and symposiums? Yep, I can read. At irregular intervals. My school, Tokyo Denki University, was participating as part of its industry collaboration efforts. Students were required to attend these seminars and submit reports to their instructors. Otherwise, they wouldn't get credit for their related classes. In addition, I was supposed to help one of the lecturers, Associate Professor Izaki. I had just gotten a list from the reception desk at the shared lobby. I was waiting to check off the names of students who were coming to the lectures. There was still some time before the seminar started, so the lobby was mostly empty. None of the students on the list were here yet. I was bored, but I couldn't do anything but wait. The old me never could have imagined doing anything like this, but impressing Izaki was part of my new goal in life. Victor Chandria University. Yes, this was my new goal. Izaki did a lot of joint research projects with them and knew a lot of the people there. The best first step to getting there my brain could come up with was being his assistant. Also, this convention was holding another seminar by Victor Chandria University after the one held this summer. Of course, that interested me too. Summer. Oh. Oh, it's her. An image of her as she was then flashed through my mind. I was trying to get to Victor Chandria so that I could learn about the work that Kurisu Makise had been doing. I wanted to try and do it myself. Of course, I wasn't a genius like Kurisu. I knew there was no way I'd ever be able to do exactly what she did. Yeah, before you freaking killed her, dude. But if I could do even 10% of it, honestly, I'm amazed that I've recovered so well. I thought that to myself and chuckled, just as a voice called to me from across the lobby.
ちょっと、そこの方?
Huh?
Oh my god! She's cute! I looked up and saw a young girl approaching from the elevator hall. She was short and petite. Everything about her was so small. I could kind of make out a few of the curves that don't appear until after puberty, so at least she wasn't in elementary school, but oh. Okay, buddy. Maybe middle school? For someone with such a cute face, she clearly didn't care about her appearance. Her hair wasn't styled and it flowed down to her back. Yeah, maybe... Even I could tell her clothes weren't very fashionable. Dude! Get out, bro!
スタッフルームってどこかしら?
ここは ATF のセミナー会場だけど。
Clearly not a place where a middle school girl belonged. She probably just come to the wrong place.
そんなの分かっているわ。何度同じ話を繰り返せば気が済むの?
いや、今初めて行ったんだけど。
私にとってはあなたで4回目よ。この場所に来てからね。
Why is everyone being mean to her? Irritated, she pulled a card out of her jacket. It was one of those IDs given out to invited guests. Her name and the name of her workplace were written on the front.
Huh?
Maho Hiyaho? Or oh my god, Hiyajo. Victor Chandria University, USA. USA? Wait a minute. I thought we were in Akihabara. Brain Science Institute.
ビクトル・コンドリア大学脳科学
Oh, it's a Chondria? Am I stupid? Brain Science Institute? I looked at the card, and then at her, and then back at the card. Then I looked at her again. I finally realized.
あ、そういうことか。そのカード、どこに落ちてたんだ？拾ってくれたん
Bruh!
その話も4回目よ。
She sighed and showed me another card. Her name is Victor! Yeah! This one was a photo ID from Victor, Chondria University?
Eh?
It was the same ID I'd seen Kurisu holding before on another world line. The photo on the card, yeah, that was definitely her.
ヒヤジョマホって読むの。
Maho Hiyajo. So cute.
私の名前、ヒヤジョマホ。漢字でもローマ字でも誰も読めた試しがないから先に言っとくわ。
ビクトル・コンドリア大学の中学生？
Dog, shut
寝ぼ
up.
けるなら夜にして。大学に中学生がいるわけないでしょ。
それもそうだな。
I love
じゃあ
this music in the
飛
background.
び級か。
Unlike in Japan, it wasn't uncommon for Americans to skip grades. Kurisu had made it to university at age 17. Her seiyuu? I don't know. I just know that Kana Hanazawa plays the Mahiru. Is that her name? Daiwa Scarlet's voice actress? Maybe. I'm not sure. But still, a girl this young working in a university lab?
一つ確認していいかしら。
おう。
あなた今少なからず衝撃を受けてるわよね。こんな小さい子が信じられないかしら。それともこの年齢ですごいの方。
She got me.
ここをよく見なさい。
1989. The girl, Maho Hiyajo, pointed to the part of the ID with her slender fingers. She was born in 1989 and it was 2010, so
21歳
you're 21 years old.
つまり立派な成人女性よ。中学生じゃないのよ。もちろん小学生でも幼稚園児でも。
And then she puffed out her chest. There wasn't much to see, but I could imagine her saying, "They look bigger when I'm not wearing clothes. They're huge."
おお
What the fuck? He's so weird.
何かしらその顔は。
あいや悪かった謝る
I couldn't believe it. She was older than me. If Daru was here, he'd be dancing around screaming, "Ah! What?" He was just saying, "What?" Ew! That's the weird guy from earlier. Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no. Throw him out. Throw him out now! Oh, absolutely not. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna move on.
まあいいわ。世界中どこへ行っても同じ目に遭ってるから。
Holy shit. Oh my god.
そうだろうな
Fuck.
何か言った？
あいや別に
Still, the Brain Science Institute? That's where Kurisu worked. Which means this this person might know a lot about Kurisu. I held back the impulse to start badgering her with questions. I looked at the pamphlet with the seminar schedules. Victor, Condria's lecture was the last one for the day I can read, yes. And was clearly intended to be the biggest. Was this Maho Hiyajo girl going to give a lecture? Just like Kurisu had done at that summer convention. No, wait, that's wrong. That never happened. Kurisu Makise never gave any lectures over the summer. That happened in the Alpha World Line. Ah, Alpha. Like, baby, I'm praying on you tonight. In the world line I inhabited now, before the summer convention, she'd already...
君が今日は登壇を
いいえ、私は助手として来たの。あと通訳も兼ねてね。
I looked at the pamphlet again and saw that the lecturer was a man named Alexis Leskinen. Yeah, the Kurisu girl. I think she is important in the original Steins Gate that I probably should have read first before I got this one. A professor at Victor Condria University and the chief researcher of the Brain Science Institute.
テーマは人工知能革命か面白そうだ
時間があったらぜひ聞いてみてほしいわね。
そうするよあ、スタッフルームだったよな
Oh god. I lead Maho over to the elevator hall and showed her where the staff room was.
ありがとう。
I had no reason to hang around her any further. I said goodbye. I was just about to turn around. Just then, the elevator door opened. A woman emerged. The instant I saw her face, every hair on my body stood on end. Is it Kurisu? Oh. Who the fuck? Oh, she's kind of a baddie though. Moeka Kiryu. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. Calm down. This is the beta world line. Wait, is she important? My Yuri is alive? Oh god. Moeka's not going to kill her. The spoilers are crazy right now. Oh my god. Our eyes meet. The eyes on the other side of her glasses were as dead as ever, and it was impossible to tell what she was thinking. I frantically averted my gaze before she realized something was wrong. She tilted her head for a second, but quickly lost interest in me and turned towards Maho.
ああ、雑誌社の方でしたよね。お約束通り、主催を。
Even in this world line, Moeka still only spoke in faint whispers.
レスキネン教授はまだなんです。少しお待たせしてしまいますけど。はい。それまで私でよければシステムの概要でも。お願いします。
The two of them disappeared into the staff room. As I watched them leave, I took a deep breath. I tried to calm down, but it wasn't working.
桐生萌か。もしかしてまたお前なのか。
Wow. It was a terrible feeling, like a cold finger chasing the wounds in my heart. That night, when the terrorist threat shut down all the trains in Akihabara, that awful night when I just knew something was going to happen.
ここでもまたお前が。
What the fuck? What did she do? That was so bad. Or was I just imagining things? Was she just a magazine reporter now instead of a CERN rounder? We gotta look at all these fucking definitions. No, even if Moeka was a rounder, we had nothing to do with CERN anymore. CERN wouldn't be watching us. I took another deep breath, grabbed some of my anxiety meds in my pocket, and swallowed them down with some mineral water I had bought ahead of time. Pretentious ass bitch. My mineral water and my anxiety medication. It would take 15 minutes for them to kick in. Those 15 minutes were always pretty rough. I laughed at myself a little and sat down on one of the reception desk's chairs. Oh, fuck me. The table was filled with leaflets, pamphlets, and other things for the attendees. My eyes wandered to one of the pamphlets. It probably was Dasani. Nakabachi Theory and the Geology of Pseudoscience. This pamphlet was for Professor Izaki's seminar. Nakabachi Theory. The paper he'd announced in Russia. The paper held the key to creating a real time machine. On that day, July 28th, Nakabachi had stolen the paper from Kurisu, his own daughter, and left with it. Damn, drama. I knew that. Only Nakabachi and I knew that. I flipped through the pamphlet. It was a brief introduction to many forms of pseudoscience and fake scientific discoveries that had emerged since the start of the 20th century. On its own, it did make for interesting reading. At the end of the pamphlet, Nakabachi theory was introduced as nothing more than another entry in that long list of fakes. So Dr. Nakabachi's time machine theory had been completely ignored by the academic world. All the glory, fame, and power he wanted so badly that he was willing to get rid of his own daughter, he didn't get any of it. Is that the Xbox 360 logo? Low-key? It also it has like the same like color scheme as Saya no Uta low-key. Like the Saya physical edition. I was thinking of that when I saw that. But also it does give off Xbox energy as well. And I'd heard rumors that after the announcement, he'd been imprisoned in a Russian lab. To make it even funnier, he thought he was getting VIP treatment. For a short time, there were essays and interviews in bogus academic journals. Even there, it was obvious it had all gone to his head. The ironic thing was that Nakabachi theory was completely correct and completely revolutionary. The Russian government was worried about it leaking, and the SVR was doing everything it could to keep it under wraps. But under the surface, there was a full-scale information war beginning over the paper. The time traveler from 2036, John Teeter, had told me so, which meant it had to be true. Was World War III really going to happen? That's crazy! There was no point in thinking about it. I thought of the Crunchyroll logo, low-key, yes! If it was orange, I would have probably thought of the same. Just a little more before the drugs kicked in. I closed my eyes. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Several hours later, the convention was going well. Until, after Professor Izaki's seminar, most of the students from my university went home, but I killed some time and came back. I wanted to hear the Victor Condria lecture. I head to the hall with plenty of time to spare and saw Maho Hiyajo coming from the staff room. Oh, who the fuck is this guy? Because he closed his eyes and there was a time skip, I thought bro passed out. Honestly, I thought he did too. Did he not, like, sleep for 2 seconds? I don't know. She was with a very tall foreigner. Was this Alexis, Leskinen? Leskinen? It didn't seem like an American name, but maybe he was an immigrant like Kurisu, or at least descended from one. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the looks on their faces were so serious that I couldn't help but listen. Since they were both speaking in English, I could barely make out any of it, but I could tell from their voices that it wasn't a pleasant chat. Oh, I hope they speak English. Wait, did I just hear the word makise? I hated the fact that I couldn't speak English. If I know this was going to happen, I would have gone to an English school. The two of them walked into the waiting room for lectures. Sorry. It was located right next to the UPS sphere. No, I wanted to hear them speak English. I put together the few fragments I was able to understand. Fire at Kurisu's house. Mrs. Makise is all right. Robbery. The police called off the investigation. Why was the FBI there? It doesn't make sense. I think that's what they were saying. Kurisu's house? Do they mean where she lived in America? Her mother should still live in America. Is that where the fire was? And then words like robbery and the investigation was called off. I really wanted to know more. I stood there and worried until it was time for the lecture to begin. With nothing else to do, I went inside the theater. Oh wow. I could tell earlier by looking at the size of the crowds going inside, but it was a very high energy crowd. The atmosphere was clearly different than Izaki's seminar, which was mostly students there for credit. The place was nearly full with a crowd of scientists and people who wanted to learn about cutting-edge technology. Victor Condria's research had published a slate of papers in Science recently, and I'd gotten a lot more media attention. Maybe that was why. Were there any empty seats? I found a single open seat at the edge. What? Did y'all see that twice? Was it there twice? Or did I, like, forget to press and I read it twice on accident? Okay, whatever. But when I looked at who was sitting next to it, I moaned. Uh-oh. I would moan if I sat next to her too, I can't even lie. You again. Moeka Kiryu was there. She was speaking to no one, just typing endlessly into her phone. I once named her Shining Finger because of her incredible typing speed, and she was as fast as ever. Who is she talking to? I didn't even want to imagine. I quickly turned away and looked for another seat. Dr. Leskinen reached the podium almost the exact instant I sat down. Oh my god, look at how tiny she is! There was a huge wave of applause. But when they saw the tiny little girl come up next to him, the applause faded into confused murmurs. She's giving Shaya. She's so cute. Maho must have Maho must have expected this. Her expression didn't change in the slightest as she stood next to the professor. In fact, when she took the microphone from the professor and looked around the theater, she looked like she belonged there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ah! Oh my god, English! Yay! First, Dr. Leskinen began to speak in English. We made eye contact with Maho. She began to interpret.
Thank you for attending
皆
this
さ
seminar.
ん、本日は私のセミナーに集まってくださって感謝します。
I am Alexis Leskinen
ビクトル・コンドリア大学脳科学研究所のアレクシス・レスキネンです。専門は脳信
Oh
号
my
処
god,
理
the
システ
English in the
ムおよ
background.
び人工知能理論になります。そして私は助手の比谷城真帆です。同じく脳科学研究所で教授の指導に沿って研究をしています。よろしく。
Yay! She's so cute. The audience started murmuring again. That was the very same way I responded when I met her. Well, that'll happen again, yeah. Well, that'll happen, yeah.
Now, without further ado,
では
I'd
早
like
速
to
ですが、
introduce some of
私たち
our
の最先
cognitive
端研究
research.
の一端をご紹介します。
I know today's theme is
テーマは
revolution in
人
artificial
工知能
intelligence.
革命
But
と
I
しま
think
したが、
you'll find this
He's-
これから
research
デ
will
モンストレーション
exceed
するシステムは
your
He
wildest
sounds like
お
a
そらく
machine.
皆さんの想像を超えたものではないかと思っています。
Oh god, the AI revolution! Uh-oh. Dr. Leskinen stood in front of the laptop that had been placed on the podium and started to type.
This terminal here is connected
こ
to
の
one
パソコ
of
ン
the
ですが、
supercomputers
研
within
究所
our
のスーパーコンピューターの一つと接続されています。ああ、まだプロジェクターには映さないで。
One of the staffers was about to display the laptop screen on the front projector. Maybe he's coming to the seminar to confess that he is AI! Maybe! We open up his meat suit and he's being controlled by a bunch of little people. Like the little, you know? Like the aliens when they are in the human suit, you know? Like when in the yeah? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like how Plankton was inside SpongeBob? Yeah. Some kind of important program must have been booting up because Maho Hiyajo stopped them.
Sorry, this is all
す
still
み
in
ません。
development.
まだ開発
We
途中
haven't
なんで
had
す。
time to develop much of UI
非
yet.
常に美的センスのないプログラムが画面いっぱいに溢れ返っています。
Honestly, I'm
こ
a
んな
little
チープな
embarrassed
プログラム
by
を
all
見ら
this
れるのは
filtered
恥ず
data.
かしい。
I almost feel
裸を
like
見られるように
I'm
も
naked
ね。
Bruh. Like from Gravity Falls? Yes, yes, yes!
Any engineers out there?
この中にエンジニアの方がいるなら理解していただけますよね。
Some of the audience got the professor's joke and laughed. Tee hee
Anyway,
hee.
while this finishes
起
setting
動
up,
するまでの
I'll
間、
give you a quick
この
overview
シス
of
テ
our
ム全
system.
体の概略を説明しましょう。
Mm-hmm. There was another projector in the center of the stage. A diagram appeared on its screen. At the top of the diagram was a Japanese translation for the general audience. Oh. An analysis of neural pulse signals relating to memories stored in the temporal lobe. I knew that title well. In fact, I was sure I could never forget it. It was the title of an essay written by a 17-year-old genius and published in Science. She had completely analyzed the nerve impulse patterns that govern human memory and used that to digitize the memories themselves into data. She had used that to invent the time leap machine right in front of my eyes. Though none of that had actually happened anymore.
We've actually been featured in a
サイ
few
エンス
journals
誌に掲
recently.
載されたので、
So some
Oh.
of you
ご存知の
may
方
already
も
be
いるでしょう。
familiar with the project.
So I guess the Kurisu girl like did all of this in the first Steins Gate, and now this is like an alternate timeline if she didn't exist.
It was proposed by a very talented
これは
Japanese member of our
私
team.
たちのチームにいた天才的な日本人研究者によって提唱され完成されたものです。
Human memories are stored
人
in
間の
the
記憶
cerebral
は
cortex,
大
particularly
脳
in
皮
the
質、
temporal lobe.
とりわ
A
け
little like flash
側
memory.
頭葉に記録されます。いわゆるフラッシュメモリみたいなもの。
The part of the temporal lobe
そのメモリに記憶を書き込んだり読み出したりするのが側頭葉にある海馬傍回という部位になります。
Yeah. Dr. Leskinen pointed out to the diagrams of the brain and the hippocampus on the screen.
The brain works by transmitting
脳は
electrical signals between
ニューロン
cells
と呼ばれ
called
る細
neurons.
胞の間を電気信号が伝わっていくことで働いています。
What we call memories are
記
just
憶というの
those
も
electrical signals
実
and
は
they are
こう
controlled
い
by
った
the
電気信号の
parasitic
伝わりの一つなのです。その働きを制御しているのが海馬傍回と言ってもいいでしょう。
Hmm.
In other words,
つまり
electrical signals passing
電
through
気
the
信号が
parietal
海馬
nerve
傍
is
回を
what
出
creates
入りする
memories.
ことで記憶は作られていくんですね。
That was a foundation for
そこで
VISUAL notice.
マキセ・クリスはこの論文を書いた日本人研究者です。
Oh.
And excuse me, I mean, Ms. Makise, one of our
マキ
research
セ研
assistants.
究員は考えました。
You see here, electrical signals, signal patterns, they
海馬
serve
傍
a purpose.
回を通る電気信号が電気信号のパターンと大脳皮質の
What the heck? Maho started to have trouble with her interpreting. She was getting confused. No matter how good you were with languages, interpreting for a long period of time had to be difficult. I once read an article on the internet that said even a professional can't do it for more than 20 minutes. International conferences and live broadcasts from overseas were actually handled by a team of people switching off. Or maybe she was having trouble because Kurisu's name came up? Dr. Leskinen saw she was having trouble and cut himself off.
すみません。
Ms. Makise, focus on the patterns
マキセ
entering
研
and
究員
exiting
は
the parahippocampal
海馬
cells.
傍回を出入りする電気信号のパターンに着目しました。
By analyzing those patterns,
そのパ
she
タ
was
ーン
able
が
to gather data on which
大脳
memories
皮
in the
質の
cerebral cortex
どの
they
記憶と
corresponded
対
to.
応しているのか解析を行って完全なデータを得たのです。
This data allows her to
こ
take
れに
the
よって
analog memory signals
記憶という
and
曖昧で
convert them
アナロ
into
グ
a
なも
digital
のを
combination of
電気
electrical
信
signal
号の
patterns
パターン
based on
の
the
組み
basis
合わ
of
せという
VISUAL.
デジタルのものに変換する基礎理論が確立されたのです。
Ms. Makise published her
これ
research
が
in several journals.
サイエンス誌に掲載された彼女の論文です。
And now, based on her theory,
そして現
our
在
team has developed a
私
system
た
for
ちの
storing
チー
human
ムは
memories as digital
その
data.
理論をもとに人間の記憶をデジタルデータとして取得するシステムを開発しています。
A wave of whispers swept across the theater.
In other words,
それはすなわち
this system allows human
人
memories
間
to
の
be
記
stored
憶を
and
コンピュ
accessed
ーター
on
に保
computers.
存しそれを活用するシステムということになります。
The whispers turned into a low roar. I see. So even after her death, Kurisu's research was being carried on. Of course, maybe it was natural that it would be. That was the basic theory for time leaping, which I had proved myself, even if I could never prove it to anyone else, in the Alpha world line. My memories had been turned into data and stored on a computer. There's no doubt about that. And what Dr. Leskinen was talking about right now was the basic technology required for that process.
At present, we are
現在
attempting to apply this
私
research
たち
to
が
two
行
major
っている
projects.
プロジェク
The
トは
first is
主
medical
に
treatment.
2つです。1つは医療分野への応用です。
The side on the projector changed.
For this application, we've
こ
been
ちらは
cooperating with the
精神生理
Physiological
学研究所
Psychology
と
Research
共
Institute.
同で行っているプロジェクトです。
By passing data from a computer
コ
to
ン
the
ピューターに
parahippocampal
保存した
cells,
記憶デ
we
ータ
can
を
rewrite memories
海馬
to
傍
the
回
original
を
brain.
通して再び元の脳に書き戻すというもので
Incredible!
Incredible! Someone who looked like a grad student in the front row shouted. Dr. Leskinen didn't seem particularly put off by the interruption. Maho continued her interpretation.
You don't believe it? I know how you feel.
信じがた
I'd
い
be thinking
で
the
す
same
か。
thing if I were you.
その気持ちは理解できます。私も皆さんの立場であればそう言ったでしょう。
But let me just ask you,
しかし
can you
こ
imagine
の
the
研究に
incredible
私たちは
applications
手
of
応
this
えを感じ
technology?
ています。 これが実用化できればどんなに素晴らしいことでしょう。
We could treat memory loss
例えば
in the elderly or
老化による記憶
Alzheimer's
障害
that currently have
あと
matured.
はアルツハイマーなどそうしたものへの対処療法が期待できます。
Symptomatic therapy.
Anyone's memories could be
患者の記憶を
backed up
データと
as
して
digital
自動
data.
的にバックアップしていくのです。
Wow.
Even if a memory is
記
lost,
憶が失われた
every
として
time
も
it's possible to
その都度
access
PC
a
にアクセス
and
し
reinstall data in
脳
the
内に
brain.
データを再インストールすることが可能です。
That's neat. What the fuck?
We could halt the progress of
それ
senility
によ
and
って
dementia.
忘
That's the
却の
sort of
進
thing
行を
we
食い
believe
止め
this
られるの
research
ではない
can
か。
accomplish.
私たちはそう考えています。
Eventually, it would be
最
possible
終
to
的には
directly and continuously
海馬妨害
access
から
data stored on
PC
the
内の
computer
記憶
to
データ
the
に常時
computer
アクセス
files.
できるようになるでしょう。
So if the brain were to lose
そうすれ
significant
ば
functionality,
脳
say
機能が
through brain
失われた
damage
状
or
態、
atrophy,
例えば脳が激しく損傷したり萎縮してしまった場合などですが、
the system would essentially
そのような状態でも
take up the stuff of whatever part of the
変わら
brain
ず
was
脳
failing.
機能を維持できます。
Think of it like an
あたか
external
も
hard drive.
外部ストレージと同じように。
A strange feeling gripped the hall. Part of it was shock and the feeling that they were witnessing the announcement of an incredible technology. Part of it was skepticism that a system like this could ever actually work. Part of it was revulsion at the idea of playing around with the human brain like that. An excitement born of all these things passed from one member of the crowd to another. Dr. Leskinen raised his hand to encourage questioners.
I'm seeing some of you have questions.
どうやら
before we
2
move
つ目
to
の
our
プロ
second
ジェクトをお話しする前に質問を受け付けないといけないようですね。
I'll answer as many as I can. Go
で
ahead.
きる範囲でお答えします。どうぞ。
Many hands were raised. I could tell that there was a wide age range of people interested. Both young and old were raising their hands. Dr. Leskinen pointed to a questioner. This was the first question. Sampling would be required when digitizing analog memories. Does that mean any information would be lost? The professor nodded as he listened to the question in Japanese and began to respond in English when the speaker finished. Maybe he was able to understand Japanese, if not speak it.
Let me reflect
そ
that.
の質問を言い換えると、
You're talking about attempting to
オーケストラの
record
生
an
演奏を
orchestral performance and how
ワ
we
ブ
can
の
navigate
データに
it
保存する
confidently
際
with the best
生
possible
演奏
format
のすべてを
and how
完
our
璧に
theory
記
should
録する
suffer
こと
from
は
the
できない
sample, right?
と。
That's certainly a concern. In
確かに
fact, it's
そ
one
の
of the
懸念
most
はあります。
pressing issues our
現
research
在の
is
研究で
addressing right now.
最も困難な問題の一つです。
Now, if the intercerebral network
脳内
uses
の
simple
ネットワークが
on-off states for
神経伝達
neurotransmitters
物質
like
の
binary
オン
data,
オフだけ
it
で
would be easy.
つまり二進数的にデータのやり取りをしているのであれば簡単な問題でした。
After all, that's
そ
how
れ
our
は
computer deals
デジタ
with
ル
data.
データと同じことだからです。
Unfortunately, intercerebral
しかし
transmission
実際に
substances
は
and signals are
伝
much
達
more
物質や
analog
電
than
気
they
信
are
号
digital.
は脳内でアナログ的に変化することが分かっています。
So at present, the best
この
solution
問題に関しては
is simply to store data
今の
at
と
the
ころ
highest possible
より
sampling
高い
rate.
サンプリングレートでデータをサンプルする方法しか手段を持っていません。
In musical teams, you could
音
say
楽の
it's
話で
like
言えば
something at 48
44.1kHz よりも 48kHz 48kHz よりも 96kHz でサンプリングするといった具合です。
Oh wow.
It's still digital data, of course,
それによっ
but
て
the information we
デジタルでありなが
are
ら
gathering is as close as
アナロ
possible
グ
to
デ
the
ータに
analog
近い
signal.
情報を得ようとしています。
Little by little, the mood in the room was turning to disappointment. People were beginning to wonder if this was just a pretty theory that wouldn't work in reality. More questions came. All the questioners were skeptical of the professor's theory, and many of them seemed to be outright challenging him. I started to get upset. This was Dr. Leskinen's research, but it was also Kurisu's. I knew better than anyone that it worked, and the sight of so many people refusing to give it a chance infuriated me. Were these people really scientists? I tried to keep myself under control and looked back towards the podium. Was she mad? She certainly looked disappointed. Dr. Leskinen was very polite to the rude questioners, acknowledging the problems with the theory. She was very different. Her anger was starting to seep into her interpreting too. I felt kind of a kinship with her. The question and answer session continued.
そもそもこれは医学的に無謀でしょう。デジタルデータを脳に書き戻すなんて絶対に不可能だ。正気の沙汰ではない。サイエンス誌に掲載されたあの論文も読みましたが、にわかには信じられない。
Okay, asshole.
ましてや、筆頭著者が
I'm sorry. I
若
just
干
accidentally
17歳の女性
smacked my
だ
microphone. Oh
った
god.
とあっては。
Man, shut your bitch ass up, for real. That was the one thing I couldn't ignore. Yes, get
あなた
him.
ね。
Oh. What the fuck?
あ
Hey man, if you could put your mind to it, anything is possible. Yes. What the fuck is happening? What is he doing? The two people on stage and the entire audience all turned towards me at once.
やってみもしないで何がわかるって言うんだ。
Yeah.
最初は無理だと思われてた技術なんてこの世にいくらでもあるじゃないか。でもそれを克服した研究者がいたからこそ今があるんだろう。ただ批判するだけじゃ何も生まれない。
Wait, he's kind of spitting though. The whole theater went silent. But I didn't regret standing up.
あなた。
On the stage, Maho Hyajo was staring at me in shock. As for Dr. Leskinen, I saw a flash of white teeth as our eyes met. Oh god, white man.
Awesome. He's very something.
Oh. He started to applaud. Oh? Why was he applauding? That just makes things embarrassing.
素晴らしい。彼はなかなか大したやつだ。ですって。
Maho translated the professor's words for me to hear.
Nonetheless, a scientist
た
must
だし
always remain composed.
科学者たるもの常に冷静でなければいけない。
The only time when it is
大声
possible
で
to
怒鳴っ
shock
ていい
is
のは
when your
実験
experiment
が
is a
成功し
success
た
and you
時
say,
の
"We did it,"
We did it!
We did it!
and that should be enough.
それだけで十分。だそうですよ。
すみません。
I lowered my head and sat down. I thought I was calm, but I guess I let my emotions get away from me. I hadn't grown up at all these past 6 months. If Kurisu was here, she'd make fun of me again. I could feel the rest of the audience staring at me coldly. It hurt. If I could have left, I would have wanted to, but I was too interested in hearing the rest of Dr. Leskinen's talk to move.
And anyway, moving on.
それでは皆さん、そろそろ次に。
Oh, first, a round of
で
applause,
も
please, for
そ
our
の
great
前
friend.
に勇敢な彼に拍手をお願いします。
Wow. Oh no, please no.
Men like him are what
彼
drives
のような
scientific
挑
progress
戦者こそが
and up the
科学を
core
進歩させ
remarkable salaries.
あっと驚くような理論を作り上げるのです。
He may even become the third
彼な
Einstein.
らきっと第3のアインシュタインになれるかもしれませんね。
Yup.
The second Einstein, of course,
ち
would
な
be
み
my
に
slightly
第
fussy
2のアイン
assistant
シュタ
here.
インはここにいるちょっと小うるさい私の助手。
Oh, cute.
変なこと言うのはやめてください、教授。
Cute. The audience chuckled. Sheesh.
さて、ここで私はしばらく通訳をお休みさせていただきます。これから私よりも優秀な通訳が登場します。これが私たちのチームが今最も力を入れている2つ目のプロジェクト。アマデウスシステムです。
When she finished speaking, Maho walked to the back of the stage. At Dr. Leskinen's signal, the PC screen was displayed on the projector. And then I heard a voice.
皆さん、初めてお目にかかります。
The murmuring got louder than before, but it felt more uncertain than surprised. On the screen, I could see a detailed 3D model of Maho, the girl who had just been interpreting.
ちなみにこれは映画などで有名なドリンクワークススタジオに作成してもらったモデルです。
What the fuck? Maho Hyajo chimed in from the back of the stage.
声については私のボイスサンプルをデータベースにして日本の山名が作ってくれました。
What the fuck? They turned her into a Vocaloid. This was CG. It sure looked real to me. The professor said something into the laptop's microphone. And then the 3D model of Maho Hyajo on the screen opened its mouth. Oh my god, wait, she's a VTuber!
私はヒヤジョウマホです。正確に言うなら78時間22分前のヒヤジョウマホから派生した存在ということになります。
What the fuck? Wait, that's so neat. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear something slightly off. But it sounded far more human than any artificial voice I'd ever heard. Oh my god!
先ほどから皆さんの質問を聞かせていただいていました。教授はどうして私を早く紹介しないのかとてももどかしく思っていましたよ。以前から感じていましたが、どうも教授は人が悪いようですね。まったくだわ。
The Maho Hyajo on screen spoke with a slightly irritated expression. And the Maho Hyajo by the wall nodded in agreement. Dr. Leskinen simply smiled. What was going on here? What part of this was their biggest project? The rest of the audience didn't seem to have any more of a clue than I did.
皆さんの多くは疑問に思っています。人間の記憶をデータとして取り出したり、それを保存したり、さらにはそのデータを活用したり、そんなことが本当に可能なのかと。それでは私は一体何でしょうか。私は78時間23分前のヒヤジョウマホの脳内から取り出された記憶を持ち、そのデータをベースにして動いているのです。
What did she just say? The professor said something else in rapid English and asked the Maho on the screen to translate it. But she, if she was the right word, hesitated and went silent. I looked at the real Maho, and she was responding exactly the same way.
教授、今のは。教授、今の発言はセクシャルハラスメントとして大学に訴えてもいいでしょうか。
Huh? Sexual harassment? Dr. Leskinen laughed cheerfully and responded to her. The conversation was in quick English, and over half the audience couldn't understand. What the fuck? The real Maho sighed and took back the microphone.
教授はですね、私に対して、いえ、私の記憶で動作しているこのアマデウスに対して質問に答えてごらんと言いました。
Oh god.
いつ頃までパパとお風呂に入っていたかとか。
Ugh! Ew, he's so weird.
初恋はいつだったかとか、何でも答えられるだろうと。
What the fuck?
ああ、もうそれ以上通訳しなくていいわ。恥ずかしいからやめてくれないかしら。私はそういう質問には一切答えないわよ。
The professor said something else, and the Maho on the screen groaned and turned away, as she should.
の番号なんてもっと言えません。
Funny.
あと、1週間前に着ていたパジャマの色なんて覚えてるわけないです。
What was this? It was so natural I couldn't tell at first, but there was something unbelievable, wasn't it? It felt very different from the typical AI, I could tell that much. It wasn't answering the questions it was given. Fawn, can I have your credit card and the funny numbers on the back? I don't know. Maybe if you give me yours first, and then we can like do a little exchange. And because they were embarrassing, Was it programmed to respond like that to certain questions for the purpose of this demonstration? It was possible that's all it was, but... if that conversation wasn't programmed in advance... the rest of the crowd seemed to reach the same conclusion I did, and the whispers started to turn into surprised murmur. Okay, we'll do that? Yeah! But you give me yours first, and then I check to see if it works.
ねえちょっといい加減このいたずらな子供を何とかしてくれないかしら。何をしたいのか理解はできるけど、とにかく恥ずかしいわ。
The copy of Maho was complaining to the original. It felt like I was watching a pair of twin sisters talking.
いたずらな子供ではなく、レスキネン教授が面白がってなかなか説明してくれないので、代わりに私がお話しします。
Maho walked back to the professor.
皆さん、もうお分かりかと思いますが、アマデウスは自分が話していいこととそうでないこと、あるいは話したいことと話したくないことを自ら判断して喋っています。私たちはアマデウスにそういったプログラムを一切施していません。
I knew it.
彼女は与えられた私の記憶からそれを独自に判断し、自律的にそういう行動をとっているのです。
The Maho on screen suddenly took over for her.
そしてこれは先ほどの医療分野への応用とは方向性が真逆になってしまい、研究所内でもずっと議論が交わされていることですが、私は不必要な情報をいつの間にか忘れてしまうというか、記憶の引き出しから出してこられなくなるのです。皆さんと同じようにです。例えば1週間前に着ていたパジャマの色、確かにそれを知っていたはずなのに今は思い出せません。そのような情報は生存していく上で必要がないからです。これも皆さんと同じです。このようにアマデウスは記憶のインプットやアウトプットが人間のそれと非常に近いのです。これは私たちも驚くべき結果として研究を重ねている最中で、まだ詳しくは解明されていません。
As Maho finished up, Dr. Leskinen took the microphone back. She resumed interpreting as he continued the lecture.
However, what really surprised us
さらに
was that Amadeus
私たちを
could
驚かせたのは、アマデウスが意図して嘘をつくということ。
and not as some sort of bug
何らかの
or
トラブルや
glitch. This
ミ
is
スでは
purposeful
なく、
behavior.
わざとそうするのです。
Lying is really just
嘘は
another method of human
人間
communication.
が他人とコミュニケーションを取る上での一つの手法です。
Amadeus examined the memories
アマデウスも
entered and has no
インプットされた記憶を自律的に検討し、
if it
必
deems
要
that
であれ
action
ば
necessary.
自分や他人のために平気で嘘をつきます。教授、誤解を招くような言い方はやめてください。嘘をつくのに平気なことなんてありません。私だって両親が咎めます。
I'm so sorry, and
Dr. Leskinen cut off. He seemed to be hesitating. Maho didn't seem especially surprised by this. Maybe she knew the reason. But the moment passed and the professor continued. And Maho translated his words like there was nothing shocking about them at all.
this has led us to some
この
interesting
ような検
conclusions.
証を続けていくことで、最終的に私たちは
For one, we believe it's possible
ア
for
マデウス
Amadeus
に
to eventually
人
possess
間
a
と
mind
同様の
functionally
魂を
identical
宿すことができるのではないかと考えています。
Oh shit. I was stunned. Soul? Should one of the leading brain scientists in the world really be using a word with such a vague definition?
In other words, true
これこそ
artificial intelligence.
本当の意味での人工知能ということになります。
The whole hall got very quiet. And the sheer chaos for a while after that, as everyone tried to debate their own personal theories with Dr. Leskinen at once. was thanks to Izaki that I was able to get into the reception held after the ATF was over. Yay! They told me there was a dress code, so I went all the way back to my parents' house to get a suit to change into. At first, all that effort paid off, and as Izaki introduced me to some of the country's top researchers. Riken Jaxa? No. JAXAIMSS, etc. Riken? Yeah. But before long, Izaki ran off to suck up to some university professor, and I was left completely abandoned. My own personal target, Dr. Leskinen, was surrounded by a bunch of famous scientists. It didn't feel like a mere student would be welcome. So all I did was stand around and eat from the buffet by the wall. To be honest, I couldn't tell if the food was any good or not. Whenever my glass got empty, a smiling waiter was always around to fill it up again. So I found myself drinking more than I intended. Oh god, is he drunk? My stomach was already so full it hurt. The whole place felt like it was another world. Average party experience be like, yeah, I'm not really cut out for this. At the exact moment I spoke, I heard a girl next to me say the exact same thing. Surprised, I looked over at her. Our eyes meet. Oh, it's her. What was a middle school girl doing here? Oh, shut up. And then a moment later, I realized it was Maho Hiajo. She was wearing the exact same outfit she had been wearing during the lecture. A lab coat. In a place like this, that's just what the old me would have done. Wait, hold on. Brief intermission. What the? I have a phone? What? I can't believe you get to go to a fancy party, die in a fire, Mr. Fancy Pants. What? Do I get to respond to people? Wait, cool. Wow. What the fuck? This is so neat. Can I call her? No? This is cool. What the fuck? Oh my god, I can change the wallpaper! How do I do that? Oh! Whoa! Oh my god! Cool! I'm gonna do this one. Think strange. I get to change my ringtone too! I'm gonna do this one. Okay, that was cool. Anyway. Let me see. Your Maho was clearly out of place. Why? Because she was still wearing her lab coat.
なんで白衣なんです?
I couldn't help but ask.
ちゃんとした服も持ってきたつもりだったのよ。
She was sure she had, but she hadn't. And that's why she was standing in the corner, trying not to attract attention.
あなた、昼間受付にいた人ね。
岡部倫太郎です。東京電機大学の学生で、伊崎ゼミで勉強してます。
I handed her one of the business cards that I'd thrown together after Izaki told me I needed them. She grabbed one of her own out of a stack and carelessly put it in my hands.
いいわ。無理に丁寧に話さなくても。
That was a huge help.
珍しい名前でしょ私。
え、ああ、誰も読めないとか言ってたっけ?
I looked at the card and saw the pronunciation of her name was written in unusually large letters. That was probably because of how people kept screwing it up.
沖縄ではよくある名字なんだけれどね。
沖縄出身なのか?
曽祖父と曽祖母がね。移民なのよ。私はアメリカ生まれのアメリカ育ち。
Hey yo.
ハーフにはあんまり見えないな。クォーター
外れ。祖父祖母父母すべて日本人よ。 DNA は生粋のジャパニーズ。
Oh wow.
へえ。
And then the conversation stopped. I'm a terrible conversationalist, honestly. The old me would have gone full churibio and started ranting about conspiracies and magic powers, whether the other person cared or not. But you can't really call that a conversation. This guy's a loser. I had no idea what to say to somebody I've never met before. I've been working at becoming a real adult, even buying and studying men's magazines, but none of it really helped. Yeah, I wonder why. Without anything to talk about, I looked over to Dr. Leskinen. He seemed to be giving a lecture on neurons to a bunch of scientists.
今日はすまなかったな。
何が？
いや、セミナーの途中で邪魔を。
ああ、あれね。気にすることないわ。あなたが声を上げなかったら、多分私が同じことをしていたから。許せないの、ああいう人。
いいのか、そんなこと言って。教授が言ってたじゃないか。科学者たるもの、常に冷静にって。
今のは科学者としての発言じゃないわ。だから構わないのよ。
It must have really ticked her off because she grabbed a cocktail from a passing waiter and gulped it down. Her cheeks turned a pretty shade of pink for an instant, but no longer. She might have had a high alcohol tolerance.
だけど、やっぱり良くないわね。反省する。ああいう批判は、言い方こそ悪いけれど、それでも事実には違いないんだもの。私たちの研究がまだ無謀の域から出ていないと言われれば、確かにその通りよ。
そうなのか。
取り組まなくてはいけない課題が山積みだわ。さっきセミナーで話した以上にね。例えば記憶データを元の脳に書き戻すことができても、それを脳が利用できなければ何の意味もないの。記憶があっても思い出せない状態、つまり記憶喪失の脳と同じになってしまう。
As Maho spoke, I remembered. I remembered all the lectures and theories that Kurisu had given me when she was making the time leap machine.
確か人間が記憶にアクセスしようとするときは前頭葉から側頭葉へ信号が行くんだったよな。
ええ、トップダウン記憶検索信号ね。
だったら
And then I started to talk, remembering what Kurisu had told me about her theories as I went. When I used specialized terminology whose meanings I barely remembered, Maho would tell me what they were.
で、最後に側頭葉に記憶を書き戻す過程で、一緒にコピーした疑似パルスを前頭葉の方に送り込めば、記憶検索信号はちゃんと働くと思う。
あなた、それを自分で導き出したの？
ああ、いや。
Maho looked back at the business card I'd given her.
脳科学専攻じゃないわね。ということは誰かに？それとも論文で？それはないわ。まだ論文にはまとめられてなかったはず。
何かおかしいこと言ったか、俺。
そうじゃなくて、私の後輩がね、全く同じ理論を提唱していたことがあるのよ。どのスタッフもずっと懐疑的だったけど、彼女だけは絶対に証明できるって言い張っていたわ。結局実証試験に進む前に彼女はいなくなっちゃったんだけど。
それは
Should I tell her? Should I tell her about me and Kurisu? In this world line, there's almost no connection between me and Kurisu.
どうしたの？
I made up my mind. If I wanted to follow my dreams, I needed to act.
実はこの理論クリスからレクチャーされた。
今なんて？
マキセ・クリスが教えてくれたんだよ。
クリスがあなたに？いつ？どうして？
彼女がこっちに留学してた時だ。友達になってこういう話をよくした。
Of course, that was a lie. Kurisu and I became friends in the Alpha World 9, not this one. But a small lie like this was probably okay.
そうだったの。あのクリスが。ありがとう。感謝するわ。
Her words surprised me. That was the one thing I didn't expect to hear.
何が？
彼女と友達になってくれてよ。日本に来てたった一人で勉強していてもきっとつまらなかったと思うから。
口喧嘩ばっかりだったけどな。
あの子らしいわね。絶対に負けを認めなかったでしょ。
ああ、へりくつばっかりこねていた。
Yup. We love girls who argue for hours.
ロボトミー手術して
ロボトミー
あんたの前頭葉を書き出してやるぞとかよく言われたし。
He definitely needs a fucking lobotomy.
まさかそんなこと。クリスなら言いそうね。
だろ？ちゃんと後輩の教育をしておいてほしかった。
その点に関しては認めるわ。陳謝します。
She sounds like a baddie. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you crying? She smiled, or so I thought, and then all of a sudden she started to cry.
どうした？
I didn't have any better ideas, so I grabbed my handkerchief. She didn't seem to know why she was crying herself. And neither did I. Had I said something during the conversation that set her off?
大丈夫か？
平気よ。ごめんなさい。
She didn't take my handkerchief. Instead, she took a tissue out of her pocket and wiped her eyes.
勇敢なる大佐のアインシュタイン。
Oh?
え？
Oh god. Ah! It's the white man again! I turned around and saw Dr. Leskinen smiling and quickly striding towards me. Ah! Jump scare. He grabbed my hand as he got closer. The handshake was incredibly forceful. And his hands were as big as bear's paws. Oh god. No, not just his hands. Standing in front of me, he looked even bigger than he had during the lecture. I'm pretty tall, but he was at least a head taller than me.
教授、俺、その...
Uh-oh. It was also sudden that I couldn't even think of an introduction. And wait, did you just speak in Japanese?
しかし、私の助手を泣かせてしまったのは見過ごせないね。
いや、これは...
違います教授。私が勝手に。彼は関係ないですから。
Maho and I both denied it as much as we could. But I didn't know why Maho was crying, so I couldn't come up with any excuses. I just started to panic even more.
つまりその...
クリスです。彼とクリスの話をしていたら、いろいろ感情が溢れてしまって。
クリス？
Chris?
君はクリスの友人？
それは...
岡部倫太郎さん、学生だそうです。
Maho introduced me. Dr. Leskinen had a gentle expression on his face as he gave me a slow hug. I felt like I was going to suffocate in his massive arms. Somehow, I could tell that it was his way of remembering Kurisu.
そうですか。そういうことなら魔法。
はい。
ミスター・オカーベに合わせてあげたらどうかな、彼女を。
まさかアマデウスを。
ここで彼に出会った偶然、その幸運を大切にしたいじゃないか。日本にいる間、彼にテスターになってもらってもいいよ。
本気ですか？部外者なのにそんないきなり。
クリスの友人ならば部外者ではない。そうだろ
う。ですが。
What were they talking about? I had no idea, but this was my chance to build a relationship with Dr. Leskinen. I didn't want to blow it.
俺、ぜひお手伝いしたいです。
Nice!
Nice! He patted me on the shoulders and smiled. It was an innocent smile, like a child's.
じゃあ、詳細は魔法に聞いて。よろしく。
Yoroshiku! Another scientist was calling him, so he wandered away. Maho was shaking her head in disbelief.
アマデウスに合わせるとか、テスターとか、一体何の話なんだ？
コンベンションでやったデモンストレーション。アマデウスは私の記憶を使っていたんだけれど、アマデウスのデータとしてもう一人分研究者の記憶が保存してあるのよ。
Eh? Another researcher's memories? What did that mean? When I finally figured it out from Dr. Leskinen and Maho's conversation, my heart started pounding.
まさか。
Oh, wait, is it Kurisu's?
あいつなのか。
Oh my god!
そう。
Wait, and then they're gonna figure out that he killed her.
アマデウスの中にはマキセ・クリスの記憶が保存されているわ。
Oh shit.
8ヶ月前のクリスだけれどね。
Oh shit. What the fuck? Several days passed after the ATF party. 10 minutes from Ikebukuro via the express train. And then 10 minutes by bus from a station called Wako City in Saitama. The office I was looking for was on the second floor of a building right next to Riken. Global Brain Science Comprehensive Research Organization, Japanese Office Prep Room. That was what the plate on the door said. To get in, you need 3 types of special keys, plus a security card.
ここは？
各国の脳科学研究者が連携をして新しい機構を作る予定なの。私たちの研究所が主導してね。
She led me inside. The office must have been newly rented. Most of the desks were still empty, showing no signs of ever being used. There wasn't even a whiteboard, which made the room look even more empty. There wasn't a lot of natural light. Maybe the windows were on the north side? The only illumination was from the overhead fluorescent lights. The room felt very cold.
ここはあくまでも準備室だから。
No one was sitting at any of the desks, but 2 of them had stuff on them. One of them was a mess, filled with notes, calculators, coffee cups, and supplement bottles. That was the one Maho sat down at. Which meant that the one that was neatly organized must belong to Dr. Leskinen, right?
教授は？
今日はオフ。
Well, it was Sunday. Oh! Wow! Sunday.
君も？
Because today is Sunday.
ええ。そうじゃなかったら昼過ぎまで寝ていられるわけないでしょ。
That's true. When I'd gone to pick her up from the hotel in Wako City, she came out of the room half asleep. That was the day that I was to meet, Amadeus? Amadeus? Kurisu? Maho had gone over the basics of being a tester on the way here. Essentially, I'm gonna pronounce it like Amadeus. Amadeus. Yeah. Amadeus? Amadeus. Okay. Yes, Amadeus. Okay. Amadeus needed sample data for conversations, and they were going to give me an environment where I could talk to it at any time, 24 hours a day. She didn't give me any details beyond that, though. So I'll be able to talk to, oh my god, Amadeus Kurisu 24 hours a day, huh?
あいつはクリスのアマデウスはここにいるのか？
Why did my phone go off? Hello? The mysterious Kados have at last appeared in Akihabara. Yeah! Danger. Amadeus? Amadeus? Okay, I'm gonna do my best.
ええ、
Amadeus. Yeah. Maho nodded and gave me a glance. Line is so fun.
あいつと呼んだわよね、今。
ああ。
私が思っているよりもずっと親しかったのね、あなたたち。
あ。
Maybe my silence was an answer in itself. Maho's response was uncharacteristically hesitant.
だとしたら会うのはやめた方がいいかもしれないわよ。
どうしてだ？
相手が親しい人であればあるほどあのシステムは残酷だと思うから。
うん。
大丈夫だ。
わかった。もう言わない。その代わり一つ覚えておいて。ロードする記憶はクリスが最後に更新をした3月のデータをベースにしたものよ。
うん。
だから3月以降、例えば彼女が日本に留学していた時のことを聞いても全く通じない。
That's right, isn't it?
それに3月から今日までの間に私や教授が何度も起動してしまっているから、その度にクリスは、アマデウスの方のクリスね。彼女は元のクリスとは違う記憶を蓄積しているわ。私たちが聞かせた話、ネットで検索した情報、新しく会話を交わした人たち、そういったものをね。
I see. That's creepy.
つまりこれから会うのはあなたの友人だったマキセ・クリスではないということ。
うん。
このシステムの問題点の一つなんだけれど、往々にしてこちら側、つまり人間の方が混乱してしまうのよ。まるで本当のクリスと今この瞬間にチャットでもしているような錯覚に陥るから。
So I don't get reality and fantasy mixed up. Or so don't get reality and fantasy mixed up, I guess.
共有できていない記憶の齟齬に関してこちらの脳がついていけなくなってしまうのね。
Memories that aren't shared. Now there's a feeling I knew well. Reading Steiner. It was a power only I possessed, which made my memories different than those of the people around me.
案内してくれ。
More line. Okabe, may I have a moment of your time? I don't know how to respond to you people! I can't respond to anybody! I want to respond to you! Maho gave me a slight nod.
こっちよ。
She led me to the back of the room. There was a booth separated by a thick partition. To get inside the booth, you needed a different card key than the one used to get into the room, as well as a security code.
ずいぶん厳重なんだな。
今の時代、産業スパイが一番恐ろしいの。
She entered the security code and unlocked the door.
どうぞ。
The room was about 2.5 meters per side. At one end was a white desk, and above it was a PC with a built-in 30-inch screen monitor.
少しだけ後ろに座っていて。
There is a small sofa that let you sit behind the user and see what was happening on the screen. I sat there. Maho powered on the PC and began to type. Oh! A second later, the words, oh my gosh, Amadeus system appeared on screen. I saw her put the ID in. Salieri? Salieri? Salieri... Salieri and Amadeus, huh? Was there some meaning to that? Come to think of it, in the famous movie, Amadeus, there was a character who is spiteful and jealous of Mozart's incredible talents, but who, in the bottom of his heart, admired him more than anything else, as typical haters are. That character's name was Salieri.
パスワードは見ないで。
Maho moved her body to hide her hands. I looked away. She finished logging into the system and a simple bear command prompt appeared on screen.
準備はいい？
ああ、頼む。
Maho entered several commands at the prompt.
ごめんなさい。ここはちょっと見せられないの。
まあ、俺が見たところでさっぱりだけどな。
でも一応ね。
She turned off the monitor. Then she spun around to face me. Ah! My alarm. I suddenly realized I was clenching my fists. How long have I been doing that? My hands were sweaty, and there was a red spot on the base of my thumb where my nails had dug in. Was I more nervous than I realized?
どうしたの？
あ、いや、今になってちょっとおじけづいてきた。
まだ間に合うわよ。今すぐここから出ていけばいいわ。
意地が悪いな。
そう？あなたのこと心配してあげてるのに。
だったらもう少しそれらしい言い方をした方がいい。クリスといい君といい実験大好きっ子は。
For a second, the old joking me was about to come back. I quickly changed the subject.
実験ばかりに明け暮れているやつは可愛げがない。
今の発言は明らかに誹謗中傷ね。侮辱罪で訴えてあげてもいいわ。
Do it!
やめてくれ、恐ろしい。
いい弁護士を知っているから紹介してあげましょうか。
その前に告訴を取り下げてくれ。
示談に持ち込もうというのならそれ相応の金額は覚悟することね。
後で毒ペンをおごるから。
Dr. P.
安い。
I heard a small sound from the back of her throat. I guess she was laughing. Normally, I'd find that irritating, but strangely, coming from a girl... coming from the girl in front of me... No, she was a grown woman. Actually, I didn't. Maho Hyajo was very strong-willed with the prickliness and short temper unique to scientists. She always seemed to be a little upset about something. Good at taste, yeah. But maybe she wasn't that bad. Oh, I see. She, Maho, she's a lot like Kurisu. When I first met Kurisu, she was like that. Arrogant, rude, never willing to change her mind, stubborn, hard-headed, and always ready to confront you with raised eyebrows whenever you said something she didn't like. I truly thought I'd never seen a more unlikable woman. But despite my first impression, on the inside she turned out to be fragile, easily hurt, and so kind, and so lovable. Ew!
何がおかしいんです先輩
Oh, it's her. I suddenly heard a girl's voice from the speaker. I found myself jumping off the sofa. I knew this voice. I couldn't forget it. I can never. Maho turned on the monitor. Oh, there she is. The girl I'd never forgotten appeared on the screen. Maybe it was based off of her appearance at the brain science lab, because she was wearing a white lab coat. The PC's camera turned towards me on its own.
先輩そちらの方は
Maho was introducing me, but I didn't hear anything she was saying. I simply stared, entranced. I wanted to reach out my hands. I wanted to touch her. Ooh. She was right there.
岡部倫太郎さんはじめまして牧瀬クリスです
Oh, okay. So she doesn't know that he killed her, I guess. Wait, but how does she die?
どうぞよろしく
Oh. I guess we're done with the prologue then. Opening? Hey, yo, wait. Banger alert. I hope this doesn't show spoilers, or else I'm gonna be pissed off. What the? Wait, this looks like an anime. Oh, she's cute. True. This is a banger, what the fuck? Wow! That was peak! What the fuck? Peak OST. Holy shit. Gonna be honest, Fawn, I think I've heard this before. I've never heard it before.
さあ、岡部さん。リ
Alright.
ラックスしてください。
How do... Oh, whoa! Okay. So I'm going to save here for now. I feel like this is a pretty good time to end. We also hit the 2-hour mark. Okay. I want to look at the tips and see what they say about... Oh! Bruh! Okay, well, we're gonna ignore that. Alright, so it gives us... This is interesting. For the win. This is neat. Yeah, it went by really fast. I like that they have like literally 8th graders disease. Oh my god. I like that they have a bunch of different like definition of things so you can get like the full context if you don't know anything about it. That's really neat. Oh, this is a real person. This is really interesting. Fictional. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize that there was like... Okay, well this... Yeah, I think this is, category Chinibio. What? Oh, there's... Oh my god, there's different, That's neat. It's like different categories. Let's have a stream about the time travel guy. Wow! Like, learning about him, that would be really interesting. About this guy, about John Teeter. He just had to make a time machine, Fawn Sensei, maybe. I don't know the first thing about anything like yeah, anything about smart people things, but maybe. Yeah. Thank you for coming to the first meeting of Tales and Teacups. We will continue again on Sunday, 8 p.m. EST. My predictions for the rest of the visual novel, I don't really know. I think it's gonna be really interesting to hear about Kurisu and the Rentaro, I think his name is. I want to hear more about their conversations. And I think it's gonna be really interesting because she has like no memory of him like killing her and stuff. But I think, well, actually no, my prediction is that he's gonna like have some like mental moments about that, and it's gonna have some angst and stuff. That's my prediction. And I can't wait until Tutoru comes back because she's really cute. Thanks for this first stream, Fawn. It was pretty fun, not gonna lie. Thank you for being here. You guys are Tales and Teacup historians. Also, I guess I'm gonna have to watch Science Gate now. Me too, so I can get the fucking context of whatever the fuck is going on. Thankfully, I feel like it's kind of like easy to understand. I just feel really bad because I guess I saw the 0 at the end and I was like, oh, 0, so this must be like the first one to start with because 0 comes before 1, but I guess not. But it's okay, it's fine. I think it's pretty, like we could get through it, it's fine. Like we can use context clues. But yes, thank you for being here. I'll see you again next Sunday. Expect my schedule probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna stream on Monday, but expect it tomorrow. So yeah, have a good morning, evening, night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.